responsible leadership so important for organizations and society today? And what should be the first and foremost responsibility of a leader? And what should organizations do so that they create numerous such leaders?
So I think that's what I have talked about for the last few minutes. I don't mean to be facetious, but when we say, why do we need responsible leadership? I could turn around and say, because we don't want irresponsible leadership. That's primarily why we want responsible leadership. And, we keep thinking about the role that organizations have to play. And I do believe organizations have to play a critical role in defining the parameters of leadership, in rewarding the right kind of leadership behaviors, in penalizing the wrong kind of leadership behaviors. Because on the one hand, organizations keep talking about how engaged people are. Think about all the things that organizations do. We spend a lot of time doing surveys with Gallup to see engagement scores, great places to work, what is the NPS score, etc., etc. Whereas our own data should be telling us how engaged people are. Whether you look at how many people want to join the organization, attrition rates, etc., etc. So I think it is time for everybody to stop and say, if people is really the differentiating factor in the performance in any organization, and I do believe it is, because it is the people who determine the quality of thought. It is the people who determine the quality of action. Without people, there is no organization. So if we say that people are the key asset and everything actually begins and ends with people, not with CapEx, not with artificial intelligence, not with any of those things, then we have to say, who are the people who are spending time on fostering those kinds of leadership behaviors? I, in all my working life, have said, HR is not responsible for people. People are responsible for people. HR is responsible for making sure that, all the administrative processes, etc., are in place. But if I am leading a group of people, then I am responsible for those people. HR is not responsible for those people. So one of the other qualities of leadership is the quality to be a good listener. It is also the quality to be an empathetic listener, which is really to say that when people we are working with come to us with ideas, how do we react to those ideas? Do we shoot them down or do we encourage those people? How do we deal with diversity of views? How do I deal with you if you come and tell me something which is exactly the opposite of what I believe it should be, and I just happen to be your manager? Are we welcoming of dissent? Are we welcoming of diversity? And, these are things that have to be reflected on. They have to then not be in, the vision, mission, value statement of the company that goes on the website and then nobody talks about it. Unless we actually see values in action, very little is going to change. And that is the responsibility of leadership.